The Pope has landed. I've got details surrounding Pope Francis's historic first ever visit to the United States. And could Donald Trump's seemingly victorious days as a presidential candidate be over? I'm going to break down why his days as the leading Republican candidate just may be taking a tumble. And finally, I know you've heard about the massive Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal by now. Find out here what the world's largest automaker is doing to attempt a recovery from this major setback. That and more coming up on today's edition of Here's What's Happening. Ty Lorenzo here with a quick look at today's top stories. First up, Pope Francis has landed at Joint Base Andrews, marking his historic first trip to the United States. He was greeted by President and First Lady Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, as well as other top bishops and cardinals from the U.S. Catholic Church. The Pope has a very busy schedule ahead of him, starting with a welcoming ceremony tomorrow on the White House South Lawn. He'll then be making stops in New York City and Philadelphia before rounding out his 6-day stay. Could this be the end of an era for the Donald? Well, according to the Huffington Post, it just might be, as if his crazy antics like name-calling and even refusing to answer very important questions weren't enough. It looks like the final straw just may have been his failure to acknowledge that President Obama was actually born in the United States, and this is on multiple occasions, even as recent as last week. Now, according to Mr. Trump, he is still in the lead, but of course, only time will tell. Volkswagen, the world's largest automaker, is at the center of a massive controversy after the EPA revealed last week that the company has been cheating to pass emissions tests. Now, if you haven't heard about this one, they have a device that is installed in their cars. Now, this device can determine when the vehicle is being tested, and it'll switch it to a mode that is able to use less emissions. Now, once the test is complete, the device will switch the vehicle back to its normal mode, which can put out as much as 40 times the legal limit. Now, over 11 million vehicles are said to have been affected, and that's not just in the U.S., that's all around the world. Now, the company, of course, stocks in the company plummeted once this news surfaced. Officials have, however, apologized, and they've made it clear that they have set aside $7.5 billion to make this right and to cover all of the damages from this controversy. And finally, Kim Davis. Does that name ring a bell? I'm sure you've heard about Kim Davis. She's been all over headlines in recent weeks now. She's back in the news again. Get this. 4 couples have come forward asking a U.S. judge to have her reissue their marriage licenses due to the fact that she altered the licenses to remove her name. Now, as you know, Kim Davis recently served jail time because of her refusal to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples due to her religious beliefs. Now, Ms. Davis has made it very clear that she is fully prepared to serve jail time once more. That's all for today. I'm Ty Lorenzo, and I'll meet you right back here tomorrow for more of Here's What's Happening.